and welcome back to the channel for a look at the Inart 1/6 scale Gal Gadot Wonder Woman figure that's coming out in the future. We have the pictures. Drop a like on it for me, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at DKnight333. I think this looks amazing, although I will say straight out of the gate, I think the likeness is about 75-80% there. Not dead on perfect, but they might tweak some things, but even if they don't, to be honest, I would be very happy with this in the state that it's in. It's stunning. Look at the skin, look at the texture on the skin, the blemishes, the way it wrinkles when she's moving her arms. The hair looks amazing, the eyes, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'll just say that straight away. There is this part of my brain when I look at these pictures saying, yeah, the likeness could do with just being pushed a little bit closer to Gal Gadot, but that's the only thing I can say. I hope the sword is metal. I mean, it doesn't look metal like the sword here. It looks like it's plastic, but I'll have a look at the pictures coming up later on in the video where we see the accessories. I don't know if it says anywhere whether they're metal or plastic, but the body, man, it's just incredibly real looking. I guess we could have, you know, the medical grade silicone in use again here. So I would say the two greatest examples of this type of technology when it comes to 1/6 scale bodies be the 2.0 Bane by Hot Toys and now this Wonder Woman figure by Inart. Just incredibly real. Now as we come down to the ankle, you've still got that ankle joint that's visible through the boots just like it was on the Hot Toys versions in the past. I don't know what you can do about that really. I guess it is what it is. Because of that gap in the side, you're always going to see stuff like that because of the design of the boots. That looks amazing. Proportions look dead on. The likeness there, again, about 70-80% there, not 100%. I don't know if they'll do any tweaks. But the skirt also, the material for that looks better than the stuff that Hot Toys were using on these outfits. That was very thin and it used to get kind of caught in the joints a lot. And you'd always be kind of pulling it back out again from where the leg joins onto a torso. It's beautiful. Now I did say in a post on Facebook, you know, how many of us really want a Gal Gadot? Look at that armpit action, that is amazing. Look at that, look at the muscle tone. Whew. So I'm not sure when this is coming out, but there's time for them to possibly tweak the likeness a little bit. But then again, is it the lighting? Is it the photographs? I think the photographs are stunning. I think all of them are really good, and I mean that. I think these are brilliant photographs, but you never know when it comes to this kind of thing. It could just be something in the pictures that's kind of throwing the likeness off. You know, in person it could be undeniable. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, to be honest. I mean, look at that. What do you think, guys? Tiara looks really nice. But I did say in a post on Facebook, how many of us really want a Gal Gadot Wonder Woman in 2025? You know, this does feel a bit 10 years ago sort of thing. But Inart have never done it before, and they'll probably just do this one Gal Gadot Wonder Woman and move on to other things. And this is the one to get. I mean, I already can tell by looking at this, if you're only going to get one 1/6 scale Wonder Woman and you haven't had any of the Hot Toys ones in the past, I just say go for this one because it looks way more real. The hair, it looks amazing. That's always been a bit of a thing with the Hot Toys ones. I've had the BVS Hot Toys Wonder Woman and the comic concept version from Justice League, which I still have. That's a beautiful shot there. Yeah, see there, the likeness looks really strong to me. So I think it's literally just pictures and lighting and angles, and once you get this in hand, I think it will be much more obvious that this is a very strong likeness to Gal Gadot. See there again, I think it's pretty strong. I wonder if that strap is leather rather than pleather. I hope it's leather. I wonder how you gain access to the moving eyes on this head sculpt. I think they're probably going to do the old just take the head off and stick your finger up inside the head and move the eyes around without having to take the back of the head away. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do with this one. I haven't been told that or anything, but it just makes sense. You should be able to just take this head off like you could with the Henry Cavill Superman. So that's something decent. I don't want to have to mess with that hair too much and mess up the style. So doesn't say anywhere here that the sword and shield are metal. I'd like it if the sword was metal and the shield was plastic. The shield would be too heavy if it was metal. It could be a bit of a problem in the future. Base is simple. That will go along nicely with the Henry Cavill Superman base. And then I'm sure the BVS Batman will have a similar style base as well. and all three together will be quite the sight to see in your display. Hands look good, some decent poses here. Texture of the skin looks pretty awesome. The hand wrap. Final image, and it's a good one. That's the kind of thing I don't think Hot Toys would ever do, really, like have half the character's face covered in shadow. They don't really go for that kind of vibe with their pictures. But Inart, as they proved with their David Corenswet Superman pictures, they get quite arty with their photography, and it looks really good. So, great pictures. It looks like a stunning Wonder Woman figure. There's a little bit of room for improvement with the likeness. Everything else I think looks fantastic. Let me know what you think in the comments. Drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.